Romeo's return to North America comes in the form of the sweet and sassy 4C. On this edition of Test Drive, the Spider. The inspiration for the 4C was the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. It was a looker and more than worthy of the praise it earns for its sensual lines. The 4C takes the erotica and fast forwards it into the here and now. The work makes for a ride that has a magnetic effect on all who cast an eye in its direction. Even those who view cars as nothing more than appliances, well, they couldn't look away. The cabin of this 4C is very basic. A very simple set of gauges, simple radio, simple climate controls, and of course the 4 buttons for the gearbox. The one comment I will say, these racing buckets, well, if you're built like Nicki Minaj, forget it, you will not fit. The 4C's motivation comes from a mid-mounted 1.75-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder. The all-aluminum mill was designed to be lightweight, which maximises the effect of the 237 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. The good news is 80% of the torque comes online at 1700 RPM, so there is no turbo lag. This means a prompt response to a deep stab at the gas, regardless of the driving situation. The combination of an ultralight carbon fibre monocoque and a very willing powertrain give this car the wherewithal to back up its looks. It'll get you to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.1 seconds and onto a top speed of 258 kilometers an hour. Now that is good by any standard. The engine's power is relayed to the rear wheels through a slick 6-speed twin-clutch transmission. The gear ratios are perfectly spaced and switching up or down a cog is accomplished very quickly. The engine and transmission can then be tweaked through Alfa's DNA mode selector. Dynamic is best when a twisty road beckons, normal is for buzzing around town. Just forget the all-weather mode. The 4C's single biggest drawback is cargo capacity. Because you cannot lift the hood, it can only be done by the dealership when servicing is required. That means that all of the storage space is right here behind the engine. 105 litres. Now in the case of the Spider, if you take the top off and put it in the trunk, well, you can kiss goodbye to just about all of the space. The moral of the story, you can take the toothbrush, but you've got to buy everything else when you get there. The 4C uses double wishbones with coilover shocks up front and McPherson struts with lateral links at the back end. The setup all but banishes body roll without beating the riders up in the process. However, forget the track pack. The ride is just way too harsh for everyday use. No complaints with the upsized tyres. The 235/35 R19 rear rubber brings a ton of grip. This means the 4C clings to the road with a rare tenacity, and there's no convertible cowl shake, which proved to be a huge plus. The lack of power steering does not affect the turn-in precision when driving at speed. However, it is very heavy when parking. You know, this 4C really is a good-looking piece that's got plenty of power and very nice handling. Yes, the manual steering is a real pain at slow speed, and the gearbox could be a bit quicker under certain conditions, but you know, it just seems to add to this car's charm, and it really is a charmer.